Hey everybody, it's Max. It's my 5th day out here outside the Whipple Federal Detention Center in Minneapolis. Things have cooled off a little bit. They've installed barriers along the road so the protesters can't get out in the street. I suppose that ICE was getting some bad PR from running out and tackling and essentially violating protesters' First Amendment rights and kidnapping them and pulling them back. So they've mitigated that situation with the rails. I'll show some footage of that. I didn't really get too much footage yesterday. It was a pretty calm, uneventful day out there in the protests.
Don't put the ass in Shame! Fuck you!
I do want to talk about Fourth Amendment and Fourth Amendment violations. So the Fourth Amendment states that the right of the people is to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects, and shall not be violated. So essentially, without reasonable, articulable suspicion that you are about to commit a crime or that you have committed a crime, or if they have a warrant signed by a judge, all of those items and the person are off limits to law enforcement. And you hear all these people, and I've argued with so many of them online about, oh, but there are illegal citizens don't have constitutional rights. Well, think about it. I really want people to think about this. If illegal citizens don't have a Fourth Amendment right, then you don't have a Fourth Amendment right. If law enforcement or the fake cosplay ICE agents can just go up and identify and arrest anyone they want, you are not protected. You are not protected by the Fourth Amendment. Because they're going to violate your Fourth Amendment to find out if you are one of those people that shouldn't be here illegal. There's a better way that we could go about this without having masked goons running around the streets, harassing neighborhoods, conducting warrantless searches of houses. And I'm going to show some footage of something that happened yesterday that really hurts my soul. I don't like it at all. An older man who's been an American citizen for decades got his house illegally searched and pulled out into the streets in his underwear in the freezing cold. So check it out.
My name is Charlie Scott Tao. I'm 56 years now. So the point I got to me and my daughter-in-law, and then they told me to come out here without my clothes on. I was short only, and then they just handcuffed me right there. And then when they took me out there, my grandson was picking on the window.
This is a blatant Fourth Amendment violation. And thousands of these violations have been taking place here in Minneapolis. This is not all right. So shame on you if you're one of those people who thinks that illegal immigrants don't have any rights by the Constitution, because basically you're saying that you don't have any rights by the Constitution, because it's imperative that the Fourth Amendment is upheld for everybody walking the streets, regardless of if you're a citizen or not. Because how can you expect to have your Fourth Amendment respected if they don't have their Fourth Amendment respected? They need to do background and get warrants and know where they're going and who they're arresting before they arrest them. They can't just assume and make terrible choices and violate people's constitutional rights. This is a very scary, real thing that is happening out here. Don't let this come to Idaho, guys. We cannot let this come to Idaho. And I guess the old trumpet went and blew his horn all over True Social about how the people who were in the church are violent insurrectionists or something to that effect, and how we're trained agitators, highly trained professional agitators to be out there screaming and hollering and everything like lunatics in that manner, which is a complete freaking ridiculous statement that you need to be trained to scream and holler like lunatics. If you still take Donald Trump serious, you really need to do some introspection and consider how sane you are as an individual. The Do you think that the media doesn't lie to you? Do you think everything you see on the news is true? You can't see that they're manipulating stories, and I'm really afraid for our nation, guys. That's why I'm here. So that's that. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna see what's going on. There's a press conference going on here today with that short little Nazi fuck. I'm gonna try not to swear, so pardon my French on that one. I have a really foul mouth, so it's a lot of the times if I'm pausing, I'm thinking, okay, don't swear. But I'll go out. We're gonna do this. Wish me luck. Max out.